Two teams making a strong push for the playoffs. Two teams trying to get those wild card spots. Battle each other here this afternoon as we got the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins up against the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Hiroshima is actually just 2 spots away from second running the Ryukyu Golden Kings, so they need a victory here to stay in step. On the other side, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins are battling injuries. In fact, they only have 8 players available for this evening. But they're going to battle it out here. Wanting to get a victory because they want to make it back-to-back seasons, making it to the playoffs. There you can see 31-11 is the record of Hiroshima. 29-13 is the record of Nagoya. These 2 squads chasing, of course, Shimane and Ryukyu that have the 1 and 2 position in their division. Well, a real big problem here for the home squad. They have no Ray Parks. Maurice Endure has been replaced by Alan Williams, so they actually have a full squad here to be able to use as far as their world imports are concerned. Right now, taking a look at the highlights here of the Hiroshima Dragonflies, they're on a 3-game winning streak, winning their last 2 encounters against the Ibaraki Robots. Last March 18, they won 90-72, and then the following day, March 19, they won 87-83. Kai Soto, of course, has been doing so well for their squad. Talk about a welcome addition midway through the season. The 7'2" Filipino has been heaven sent for the Dragonflies. He has been averaging 16.3 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and also is a huge defensive presence with 8 blocks in just 4 games. As we take a look at their lineup, it is a stacked lineup that's actually trying to make a strong push for the playoffs and really to contend for the title, led by head coach Kyle Milling. They've got Nick Mayo, number 24, number 13, Dwayne Evans, and number 8, Kerry Blackshear as their imports. Looking to make it 4 in a row here with a victory here tonight. As we've got the starters. Actually, we're going to introduce the entire roster here of the visiting squad. Leading up to their starters. Here now are the starters for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Starting out with number 0, Ryo Terashima. That is their usual starting point guard. Number 3, Naoto Chuji, their gunner at the 2 position. Then they have number 11, Kai Soto. Number 13, Dwayne Evans. And number 24, Nick Mayo. There's Chuji in action. He can hit from just about anywhere. And you can't leave him that wide open. He'll make you pay. Swishing that 3 there. Occasionally will bring it in, but he likes to bring it out for those long 3s. And now, let's introduce the home squad, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Hitting there from the outside is number 60, Seige Sakamoto. And then inside, Nakatsuka. As we mentioned, only 8 players, so their world imports really have to work doubly hard. That's Scott Etherton there. They have sent Maurice Endure home, and they brought in Alan Williams, who is a 6'8" center forward, 30-year-old from the United States. Nice basket in there from Nakahigashi, one of their main locals. But they're definitely going to be missing Ray Parks. Cody Clark picking up that board there and eventually leading to that second win of theirs. They're going to win that one only by 92-91. They are coming off, as we mentioned, a 2-game winning streak. Last March 18, they beat Osaka Evesa 79-71, the highlights of which you're watching. And then last March 19, they battled the same team and they won by 1, 92-91. As you take a look at number 11, Yutaro Suda. Suda will be in the starting lineup. Well, unfortunately for them, they don't have 2 of their starting point guards. They usually start with Takumi Saito, and then Tatsuya Ito will come in his place, but both are out with injuries. Here now, we've got the squad of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And there you have the depleted lineup for Coach Sean Dennis. That's him on your screens there. They got their starters. Number 11, Yutaro Suda. Number 12, Taito Nakahigashi. Number 15, their new import, Alan Williams. Number 43, Scott Etherton. And number 60, we talked about him a while ago, Seiga Sakamoto. Our 3 officials handling proceedings here this Wednesday evening. We've got referee Ito, referee Moriya, and referee Tomishima. And we're just about ready to go here at Dolphins Arena, as we've got the starters once again: Suda, Nakahigashi, Williams, Etherton, and Sakamoto for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. For the visiting Hiroshima Dragonflies, they've got Terashima, Tsuji, Soto, Evans, and Mayo. An important game, as we mentioned, for both these squads. You can't say this game is more important for one than the other, because both these teams are looking to make it to the playoffs. Both these teams want to make it to the wild card at least. First possession will go to the visiting squad, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Hiroshima, one of the better point guards we have in the league. That's actually one of the best combinations in the backcourt with him and Chuji. And look at him getting away there from the defense. Sega is a 23-year-old point guard, but he didn't show that much speed there, especially defensively. Suda might have to play point. Floater there is going to work for Scott Etherton. The three world imports need to really work harder than they usually do. Kai Soto will miss. Williams picks that one up, and they've got possession here. Talking about Nagoya, trying to challenge inside. Oh, that's a great basket there from Sega. It's now 4-2. Nagoya this time with a 2-point advantage. Trying to get inside once again. Open three. Mayo can hit that and does. Seesaw affair we've got here. 1 point is the advantage here of Hiroshima. Almost a poor pass. Wasn't picked off. Sega will go inside to Williams. Williams facing the double team. Takes that shot and will misfire. Chuji bring it down. And now chance of defense. Mayo will hand it off. Trying to get inside once again. Terashima is going to have 4 points in the ball game. And it's now a 3-point advantage for the Dragonflies at 7-4. Very quickly, 2 minutes gone. Williams rifles a pass inside. A little bit of butterfingers that time from Scott Etherton. High in the sky play! And just like that, it's a 5-point advantage for Hiroshima. They're running. It's 9-4. Now let's go Dolphins here from the fans at Dolphins Arena. They go inside Williams. There was a little bump, but it didn't matter. Made that shot nonetheless. Looked at the referee saying there was a foul. Well, there was a little shove. That's going to cut the lead down to 3. First personal foul going to be called here on Suda. First team foul. He's claiming he got to that spot first. Well, that's one of those bang-bang plays. They go to the wing. Mayo. They kick it back out. Tsuji rifles a pass. And stepping on the sideline there. Not realizing it was Terashima. Quickly apologizes to his team and to his bench. Chance here for the Dolphins to come closer. Three not gonna drop. Kai Soto was trying to get that. Got that rebound. It was tapped out. And we're going the other way. That was a well-run play. Get your shooter open. That was clearly touched last by Scott Etherton. Hiroshima looking back at the bench, getting the play. Evans. Nice swing. 2G for 3. Not that time. Scott leading the break after that rebound. Goes to the wing. Suda. Get that 3 to drop. Williams gets his pocket pick there by Nick Mayo. Mayo will bring it down. Finds Dwayne Evans. Dwayne Evans likes to attack early. That's going to be the second personal foul of Yutaro Suda. They've got to be careful. They only have 3 players on the bench. Not to mention, one of the players on the bench is Yuto Imanishi, a 16-year-old. Well, here in the B-League, you're allowed to have junior players, which is actually a very good idea. It exposes the young kids to professional basketball at such a young age, and it really does help their development. It hastens it. Open 3, 2G! Boy, he's 0 for 2. Not a good start here for Naoto. Quickly they go inside. Scott Etherton scores! It's gonna cut the lead down to 1 as we approach the 6-minute mark of the opening quarter. Evans now will attack. That's what he likes to do in the open court. Facing a double team, he'll cop out. Mayo to the wing. They're not yet looking for Kai. There's Kai. Finds the cutting Nick Mayo. Easy slam there for Nick. Nick's got 5 points now in the ball game and a first assist for Kai Soto. Soto's going to pick up his first personal foul here, though. That is where teams try to take advantage of him. Exactly what they did in the NBL in Australia is they try to take advantage of his lean frame. Actually a smart move there by Williams. Clinging on to the arm of Kai. Kai picks up his first. 3-point lead once again by Hiroshima here. Williams tries to barrel his way inside, kissing it off the glass. That's neat. It's gonna cut the lead back down to 1. We promise you an exciting game because both these teams are really going to be going for it. Trying to get the foul there. Kai Soto couldn't. Look at Williams going straight up. Actually, he wasn't really going straight up. There might have been a case for a foul there. But Kai Soto needs to work on his strength, especially if he wants to make it to his dream of the NBA. Cody Clark going to check in for the first time for his squad. Another gentleman off the bench, that is Toshihiro Nakatsuka. Clark now handling. Scott has been arrested. They go inside once again to Williams. Nice swing. Open three. Bang. Nakahigashi spotting up. Draining that one. Evans trying to attack. Almost lost it. And a foul will be called on Williams there. He's got to watch it. He was lucky he didn't get called for a foul a while ago on Kai Soto here. That's clearly a tug. Nagoya, though, has a 2-point lead. But as we mentioned at the top of the coverage, they only have 8 players available. In the B-League, 7 is the minimum. Open three. 2G will come up short, but a foul will be called. That might be on Nakahigashi. It is. And that foul will put Nagoya in the penalty. Closing out there. Making a little contact on 2G. Hard to tell really from this angle. First personal foul there on Nakahigashi, but that's 14 fouls with still 4:40 remaining. That's a lot of time for Hiroshima to try to take advantage of the free throws that might be given to them. He's going to miss the second. That's a surprise. Well, he can tie things up here. He'll make the second, tie things up at 13. Second deadlock of the ball game. First entry here for Kerry Blackshear. Nick Mayo stays in. So it's Dwayne Evans going to take his first rest of the ball game. Chance of go Dolphins once again. Bounce pass not going to work. That's when they say you've got to continue with your cut. You don't stop. Cody Clark saw him cutting. Gave him that pass. It turned out to be a turnover. A turnover here on the other end this time. Checking in is the veteran Shogo Asayama, who is 41 years old, using the number 2 jersey. From 14 feet, that's going to rim out. Nick Mayo with the rebound. Trying to retake the lead here. They need something going towards the basket if they want to take advantage of the free throws that could be given to them. HIROSHIMA. Easy find there. Blackshear. Nakahigashi. A little bit out of control. Finds Williams. That might be a charge. Nope. They're going to say it's a block. Williams is really forcing the action. Really want to challenge this one. He was still moving, but at the same time there was also an extra nudge to get him out of the way, but referees see it as his foul. Williams is going to make that first free throw, looking to tie things up once again. Under the 4-minute mark here in the opening canto. Split from the line is going to keep that 1-point lead here for the Dragonflies. And quickly they get into their offense. Blackshear will give it out. Back to Carey. Carey with the floater. That's too easy. You've got to put somebody in front of him. It's now a 3-point lead once again for the Dragonflies. Williams trying to operate inside against a double team. Double clutch will not work. Cody Clark's got to be very careful there. You don't want to pick up a foul that far away from the basket. Same for Williams. But at the same time, Williams has 1 personal foul already. He cannot afford to pick up 2. Scott Etherton back in the ball game. It's going to be a very short rotation here. And not because that's the plan of Sean Dennis. He's only got 8 players. Trying to keep them fresh by moving them in and out. First rest there for Alan Williams. The Dragonflies need to be able to move this ball quickly. For the end one. Blackshear will kick it out. 2G. Sidestepping move. Throws it to the corner. There's no one there. Quite a number of turnovers here to start out this ball game. We get the turnover numbers right now. 3 for Hiroshima. 2 for Nagoya. Scott will give it back out. Clark. Another one of those patented bounce passes. Open 3. Yes! Spotting up there was Nakatsuka. Nakatsuka really known as a tough defender, but now he's got to come up with some points. He has to. They're undermanned. Nick Mayo hit a 3 from there. Hits another one. He's got 2 threes in the ball game for a total of 6 points. Clark facing that double. Nakatsuka left open once again. Launches and hits. Back-to-back threes here for Nakatsuka. Tie things up once again. We are deadlocked at 20. Chuji not wanting to launch there. Bring it closer and hitting. It's now going to give the Dragonflies a 2-point lead. Nakahigashi will misfire, but Scott Etherton there is to put it back. And now a timeout will have to be called by the Hiroshima Dragonflies. They're giving away too many open shots. And Nagoya taking advantage as they tie things up here at 22. We are tied at 22. Under a minute and a half remaining here in quarter number 1. We've got a good one on our hands here this Wednesday evening. Thanks for joining us for B.LEAGUE action. That's tapped out there. Checking in for the first time is Takuto Nakamura for the Dragonflies. Quickly they go inside. That's good defense from Scott Etherton twice. Coming up with a block. Carey not happy. Scott Etherton almost lost it. And Carey continues to bark at the referees here. 56.8 remaining there. Look like pretty good blocks there from Scott. Dwayne Evans has been reinserted into the lineup once again by Coach Kyle Milling. Scott inside, might go to his left hand and does! It's now a 2-point lead here for Nagoya at 24-22. Scott Etherton with 8 points to go with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Nakamura to the wing, will get it back. Nakamura inside, will hand it off. That's a foul. That's what they've got to do, force the action. And now Kamisawa will head to the line for 2 shots. Doing the right thing there. This is only their first 2 free throws after getting Nagoya into foul trouble with still 4:40 remaining, which means 4 straight minutes. The squad of Nagoya was able to control themselves, so to speak. We're tied once again, this time at 24. It's our 6th deadlock. Clark and company want to be able to have a good shot here. The Dragonflies, though, with 2 fouls to give up if they want to use it. You may not want your imports to be using it, though. Hitting from outside! That is his 3rd 3. Wow! Nakatsuka is on a tear. Are we going to be tied? No, we're not. Scorching shooting here from Nakatsuka. He has got 3 threes for a total of 9 points. And it's going to be a 1-point lead here for Nagoya at 27-26. A tremendous contribution here so far from Toshihiro Nakatsuka with 9 points. He's only averaging 1.4 this season. He's only been averaging 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the floor. And in the first quarter alone, he's played 5 minutes. One-point lead enjoyed by Nagoya. A little bit too long. Scott Etherton plucks that rebound. And they're off and running again. Talking about the Dolphins. Nakahigashi will keep it and score. Nakahigashi's got 2 baskets for a total of 3 points. He does have 4 assists. Evans, finally in attack mode. Will kick it out though. Nakamura handling. Finds Carey. Carey almost traveled. Evans for 3. Bang! And we're tied once again at 29. Long 3, not gonna work. Blackshear with the rebound. Trying to retake the lead are the visiting squad, Dragonflies. Cody Clark with a steal. This is a breakneck pace being done by being used and done by both these squads. But this favors the Dragonflies because eventually they're hoping to tire out the Diamond Dolphins who only have 3 players coming off the bench. Isaiah Murphy in the ball game for the first time. Evans might have traveled there. Blackshear will be fouled. It's going to be foul number 1 on Scott Etherton. He's saying he got hooked. Let's see. He might have a point, but again, that's a real smart move from Kerry Blackshear. It's going to be the first personal foul on Scott. Asea Funyu will check in for the first time. Asea Funyu, 28-year-old small forward. 6'3", but he's really more of a backup point guard. Nakamura's gonna lose it. They push it forward. That's not gonna drop. Sorry, miss there from Sega. Those are the opportunities they need to make. Isaiah don't want to take it. Eventually does and makes that 3. Isaiah Murphy double clutched. But more than anything else, he still got that to drop. So it's a 1-point lead here for Hiroshima. Clark has yet to score. He'll misfire. Putback's not going to work. Evans clears the board. And they're off and running once again. They really want to be able to tie out the Diamond Dolphins. And that's going to be the second personal foul on Scott Etherton. And he's in danger. I say that because they don't have enough players. And the second quarter actually just begun. And a quick timeout will be called by Coach Sean Dennis. Maybe he likes to work on the refs a little bit more. And also, he needs to give his players a breather. It's only a 1-point lead enjoyed by Hiroshima, but already in danger here, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. And I say that even if we're in the first quarter, actually in the first half, second quarter, because Scott Easton has picked up his second personal foul. Cody Clark has been replaced, and Alan Williams checks back in. Cody Clark has actually scored already. He's got 2 points and 1 assist as he takes his breather. I'm quite surprised they didn't relieve Scott Eatherton, who's got 2. He cannot afford to pick up a third, especially this early. Missed free throw will land there to Scott. And the boys in red will bring it up once again. Foul's going to be called there on Seiafunyo. That was clear. Suda was flashing to the ball. Watch it here. He comes out and he was clearly held. First personal foul on Seiafunyo. First team foul on Hiroshima. Nagoya's got 2 team fouls. This is a match that has playoff implications, and that's why it's being played at a playoff level. That's gonna drop there. Suda finding space. Check that, that's Nakahigashi. Nakahigashi now with 7 points and 4 assists. Now it's a 1-point lead once again by Nagoya. Evans inside, easy slam. That's a smart decision there by Williams to just let him go. Foul's going to be called on Dwayne Evans. That could have gone either way. That's why Evans is complaining. He got taken to the ground. But again, that's what happens when you're fighting for position inside the paint. Are they going to ask for a review? And they can ask for a review. Actually, that was Coach Kyle Milling saying there was an elbow to the face. And that could be an unsportsmanlike foul. We are using FIBA rules here in the B-League. So they're going to go to the monitor here to double check, and Coach Kyle Milling just might have what he wants. We're going to double check and see exactly what transpired, but what we saw with the naked eye, a little bit of a push and a shove that did make contact with the back of the head, actually. Looked more like a wrestling match there than a basketball game. But again, you are doing what you can possibly do, jostling for position. Nothing comes easy in this game. Looking at it from so many angles. There was definitely contact to the side of the head. It wasn't a strong blow. But Evans is going to say it was enough to throw me to the ground. That was right in front of Coach Kyle Milling. And the referees called the foul there on Dwayne Evans. Hence the complaint. They're going to ask to look at it again. Not quite sure if the referees have other angles to look at. Here is the call. Is it an unsportsmanlike foul? That's also going to negate, that should negate the personal foul here. So it's not going to negate the personal foul. Back to the action here. We're staying on this end, so the foul will still be on Dwayne Evans. First personal foul there on Dwayne, and back to the action. Risky pass. Nonetheless, it's fielded properly there by Williams. Quickly, they go back to Williams. Nakahigashi left open, a little bit too strong. Williams inside, flips it through. Now it's a 1-point lead for Nagoya. Hiroshima back in the backcourt now with Seiya-Funi. Funi trying to get into attack mode. Will lay that up with the left. He's got great extension. He's got a long body and even longer arms. Ooh, a foul's going to be called on Seiya. That's going to be number 2. He can't believe it. Well, there was a little hold on the arm. Sometimes not enough to draw a foul, but there was definitely contact. Nick Mayo's going to check back in. Hiroshima still with a 1-point lead. And a fresh Nick Mayo. Williams with a floater. He's hit back-to-back shots. It's now a 1-point lead for Nagoya. This has been going on back and forth all throughout this match. Isaiah Murphy flips it up! Almost dropped. 2 free throws coming up for Isaiah. Is that going to be number 3 on Scott? That is the huge question. Well, Scott was the last line of defense. He had no choice there. Not too much contact, but nonetheless, that will be number 3 on Scott Etherton. He is going to hit the bench, and here comes Cody Clark. You might not see him till the middle of quarter number 3. And a whole lot of time still remaining here in the first half. Hayashi looks a little injured. Wondering what he's rubbing. Isaiah's going to miss that first. Second on the way, yes. That'll tie things up at 37. This is our 8th deadlock of the ball game. Nakahigashi still feeling something is not right. He will be replaced, and if his trainers are not able to get him to go, what's going to happen is they're going to have just 2 players coming off the bench. Actually, we have yet to see Yuto Imanishi, the 16-year-old. So they've got 18 players, they've got 8 players on the bench, but 7-man rotations being used here by Coach Sean Dennis. Basket inside there for Williams will lead us to this official timeout. Watch it here once again. Quick move by Williams. He knew exactly what he needed to do. So far, the 7-man squad of Coach Sean Dennis has got a 2-point lead here against the full-blown squad of the Dragonflies. They go inside. Evans for 2. Basket and 1 opportunity there. And that's going to be a foul on Williams. That could be number 2. They want to just wear down this squad in red. Williams will come in. A little bump. Williams officially will pick up his second personal. So 2 fouls on Williams, 3 on Scott Etherton. And Nagoya is going to be in the penalty once again with 4:45 remaining this time. And we're going to be tied at 39. The Dolphins are hanging tough. How long can they do that though? With just a 7-man rotation. We'll find out the answer in a bit. Clark left open for 3. Will come up short. Williams trying to battle for it. That's going to be a jump ball. As we look at the possession arrow to see who hangs on to this one. And we're going the other way. Kai Soto is checking in now. That's a very good substitution here for Coach Kyle Milling. Now you've got the 7'2" Kai coming in, and the imports of the opponent's squad already heavily in foul trouble. Now's when he can go crazy. We're tied at 39. 4:22 to be played before the halftime break. There's Maurice Endure in the back of the bench. And there's the walking wounded. That was Takumi Saito. They also have Tenketsu Harimoto. So they're all here in attendance, just can't play. And scoring easily there is Dwayne Evans. It's now a 2-point lead for Hiroshima. Now I think they're going to try to make their move. They try to go inside. Suda for 3. Will misfire. Mayo with an easy board. They're still going to continue to try to run, which is a good strategy. Evans inside. He's got back-to-back shots. And it's now a 4-point advantage. Actually, the biggest lead in the contest for either squad has been 5. That's a good move. So it's good that Nakahigashi looks like he can be counted on for the rest of the game. He was hobbling to the bench a while ago. Extra pass. Mayo will bring it closer. Evans for 3. That's going to rattle out. Williams steals that board. Clark. Try to force the issue here. He'll be fouled. Good foul there from Terashima. Just to stop the action. He was caught on an island there. He was doing everything for them to call a foul. He was pushing, shoving, grabbing. And that grab was the one that they saw. Timeout on the floor. 3:07 remaining here in the second quarter. And it's a 2-point lead enjoyed by the visitors. 3 minutes and change remaining here in the second. Possession with the Dolphins. Trying to tie things up here. They go inside. Williams with a baby hook. Rims out. Kai with the board. Kai Soto. Only with his first rebound. He does have one assist. He has yet to get on the board. Now to Chuji. Finally back in the ball game. For their leading shooter. Mayo. To Terashima. Terashima for three. That rims out. Chance once again for the home squad to tie things up. Sega here. Will he challenge? No, he won't. That's Nick Mayo. They'll go to Clark. That's a nice find inside. Always moving well without the basketball is Yutaro Suda. Clark with the assist. And we're tied once again at 43. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Kai will have to give it up. There's that lack of body strength once again. A smart play there by Evans. Sega gets picked up off the floor after picking up another personal. So free throws coming here for Dwayne. Couple of slick portions there on the floor as they work on that. Sega there picks up his first personal foul, but since Nagoya is in the penalty, it's free throws. Sega actually is another one of those youngsters here on the squad of the Diamond Dolphins. He's just 23. So really, Sean Dennis is hampered as far as his rotation and his options are concerned. Hiroshima is now in the penalty as well. Two free throws here. We'll give Hiroshima another 2-point edge. Gary Blackshear will check back in. There have been a couple of breakdowns defensively here for Hiroshima. They've yielded a lot of baskets coming from the weak side. Gotta get it inside. That's not a good pass. 3-on-2 break, and that's gonna drop there for Rio. Now a 4-point lead. This 4 points is a luxury here at this stage. Clark can't get inside to Williams. Open three. Sega will come up short. Blackshear in the open court. Will he try to challenge? They go to Mayo. Mayo's going to be fouled. Is that going to be on Clark? Or is that going to be on Williams? Well, take your pick. Either way, one of the two world imports will pick up another one. Oh, a little swipe there was more than enough for the referees. That's the first personal foul on Cody Clark. You may say that's just one. But remember, Williams has 2, Scott's got 3. Now this match is the biggest lead in the ball game. We could be having the biggest lead after this free throw. Yes, we do. 49-43. 6-point advantage here. 12 points in the contest for Nick Mayo. Now they're trying to make their move. And you can see maybe, just maybe, the boys in red are starting to wear down. There's another short shot. That could be fatigue. Clark from the outside. A little bit too strong. Williams picks it up. Williams gets denied there by Kai. Rio to the wing. Naoto will go inside to his big man. That's going to be a foul on Clark. That'll be number 2. And that's going to mean 2 free throws here for Kai Soto. That's an early seal by Kai. Doing his early work. There's the official second foul given to Cody Clark. So Clark with 2, Williams with 2, Etherton with 3. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do in the second half. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do in the third period. Kai Soto looking to get on the board. He's been averaging double digits. So far in 4 games, he's averaging 16 points, close to 8 rebounds at 7.8. Now with just 2 points. That's going to give his team, though, an 8-point lead at 51-43. Clark and company need to score here. They don't want to fall down by double digits. Williams forced an issue. That looked like a tired heave. Going for the last shot here, despite the fact that they got a one-man advantage, not needing to rush things. And just when I said that, they're going to come up with a turnover. You should have just rushed things. Well, Kerry was wondering where that pass was going, why it was too high. This is a golden opportunity here for Nagoya to score and come closer with 6.5 seconds remaining before the halftime break. Here for the final 6.5 seconds. It might have been a good time to bring in Scott Etherton. No, it's not. Look at this steal. It's not going to work, though. Counter steal. That's not what you want to see coming off a timeout for Sean Dennis. He mapped out a good offensive pattern, and they couldn't get the inbound in. As we talked about, maybe fatigue starting to set in. After 2 quarters, it's 51-43 in favor of the Dragonflies. Let's go to the highlights of this very, very close match, at least up until the last minute. Hiroshima will go high up there for Nick Mayo, and Mayo will slam that through. Numbers from both these squads from 2-point distance, very high. They haven't taken that many threes. 66% shooting for the Dragonflies. 60% shooting for the Diamond Dolphins. That's from 2-point distance. Overall field goal numbers though. 58% for Hiroshima. That's a scorching clip. As compared to just 48% for Nagoya overall. That's because they only shot 28% from 3-point country. Isaiah Murphy came off the bench, hit that three. He would hit another free throw. So he would finish with 4 points. A lot of offensive rebounds. Little baby hook there is going to work. Again, if you're just joining us, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins only with 8 players on their bench. Coach Sean Dennis has only used 7. Yet to see action is Yuto Imanishi, the 16-year-old. We have had 10 deadlocks. And after Nagoya having a 1-point lead after the first quarter at 27-26, at the half, it is 51-48 in favor of the visitors. Now we'll show you the numbers. These are the numbers we're talking to you about earlier. 66.7% from 2-point distance as compared to just 60%, and that's really where they made their move. Looking at those numbers, maybe it's not right. Just look at it, 14 out of 21. So the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins actually shot more field goals? But they're trailing by 8. As you take a look at this head-to-head matchup, Naoto Chuji has actually not done too much. You can see he's been on the floor for almost 30 minutes, only with 2 points. On the other side, Yutaro Suda, also about the same amount of time on the floor, also with just 2 points. As you take a look at the leading scores for both these squads, Williams with 11, Nakahigashi with 9. The same output as Nakatsuka. Nakatsuka, though, had those 9 points all in the first quarter. Gwen Evans with 13. 12 there for Nick Mayo and Ryo Terashima with 6 points. More numbers. Total rebounds. 6 for Williams, 5 for Etherton, and 2 for Sakamoto. Those are the numbers I was giving you. On the other side, Nick Mayo with 6 boards, the same amount as Kerry Blackshear, who came off the bench for his squad, and 3 rebounds also for Evans. When you take a look at the assist numbers, 3 apiece for Suda, Nakahigashi, and Clark. For the Diamond Dolphins, Nick Mayo's got 5, Terashima's got 3, and Naoto Chuji with 2. I'm still a little baffled there by the numbers we showed you a while ago. I'll try to see if we can break that down further. We're just about ready to get underway here at the Dolphins Arena for the second half. For the Filipino fans who are looking forward to a Ray Parks Kai Soto matchup, it's not going to happen. Ray Parks is in the injured list. Kai Soto's on the floor helping out his squad. He was a starter once again here today, but he would finish the half with just 2 points Giving you his exact numbers. Kai Soto would finish with 2 points. He has 2 rebounds and 1 assist. He's going to start out here in the second half. This is the biggest lead in the ball game at 51-43, an 8-point lead by the visitors. Let's see that halftime break. Helped out the squad of Nagoya, who only has 7 active players. I say 7 active because they have 8 players on the bench. Actually, 8 players in total, but 1 has not yet been used. That's Imanishi. Foul's going to be called there on Sega. That's his second personal foul. Active hands, but Nick Mayo is still going to get that. Evans will try to attack. You like the fact that they're not really forcing the issue, despite the fact that they know that eventually they have the deeper squad. Short there. Kai Soto can't track it down. That was touched last there by Cody Clark. That will beat the buzzer. There's that tap from Cody. They get it inside to Nick Mayo. He's got 14 seconds in the shot clock. Pass a little bit too high. One of the few fast breaks we've had here. And the foul will be called on Naoto. Turns out to be a smart foul. Just stopping the action. Nakahigashi doesn't like that call. Neither does Suda. Suda thought that should have been free throws, but the foul was on the floor. Clark's really got to be active, and a foul's going to be called on Nick Mayo inside. Holding on to Williams. There's the foul. Minute gone here in quarter number 3. First personal foul going to be called on Nick Mayo. Nakahigashi looking for space. Finds Williams. Williams inside. That was Matador defense that time. Williams was looking for a 3-point play. He's not going to be granted that request. Mayo left open for 3. A little bit too strong. Here come the Dolphins. Just down by 6. They're really hanging tough. Nakahigashi kicks it out. Sega will be fouled. So Sakamoto will head to the line for 2 shots. Little stab there on Rio. Seiga Sakamoto now on the line. He's got 2 points, 2 boards, and 1 assist. Second personal foul going to be called on Terashima. Seiga's got to make these free throws. He's going to miss his first. Split from the line is going to cut that lead. That point should go to the other side. Tsuji will go to Mayo. Get it back. Tsuji for 3. Bang! He's going to start to heat up. That's a good sign here for the squad of Hiroshima. A bad sign for Nagoya. Sakamoto's gonna miss from point blank range. Those are the shots they really need to put down. Kai Soto with a big slam. Running the floor well. There was a slight nudge. They say that's off Terashima. Terashima says he didn't touch it, but out of a coach's challenge already, he's his squad. It's now a 10-point lead for the Dragonflies at 56-46. Suda from the outside hits. They need to look for their shooters. Lead cut down to 7. Evans to the wing. Tsuji. Terashima tries to answer. That's a little bit too strong. Clark with the rebound. Pushes it forward. That's a nice attack there from Sega. Took it strong. Finished with the left. And that cuts the lead now just down to 5. Little minor uprising put together here by the Dolphins. They go to the wing. Mayo will kick it out. Terashima will come up short. They're trying to run. Sega. Look inside. Nakahigashi. Back out to Sakamoto. Sidestepping move. Are they going to call a foul? Looks like it's going to be a travel, they say. 1, 2. Little skip there, but they say it's going to be a travel. Missed opportunity there for the Dolphins. Would have cut it down to just 3. But they're within striking distance. Evans will bring it back out. Mayo forced to put that one up. It's not going to drop. They got numbers. Or so they thought. Clark for 3. That rims out. Four minutes gone here in the third. Mayo with a double. They swing it. Now it's back to Mayo. Mayo for 3. He's not going to get the lucky roll. Kai Soto trying to battle inside. Here comes Scott Etherton, as we expected, in the middle part of the third. Remember, he's got 3 personal fouls. Little chat there with the referee, just to remind the referee that, hey, I got 3. Take it easy on me. Let's see if it works. Sakamoto to the wing. Suda will go inside to Williams. Williams takes advantage of that mismatch. And we say it's a mismatch even if Kai Soto's 7'2", because Williams is 6'8", but is much, much bigger size-wise. Watch him just bully Kai out of that position. Kai Soto is going to pick up his second personal foul. And Williams says, I don't care if you've got a whole lot of height on me. I've got experience. And I've got the heft. Williams completes that 3-point play. And the lead is down to 2. Hiroshima in the penalty now, with still 5.5 remaining. That's not going to work. Chance here for the Dolphins to tie things up. Suda for 3. Bang! And it's now a 1-point advantage here for the Diamond Dolphins. And Coach Kyle Milling says enough is enough. Back to the action. Chance of defense once again here for the energized crowd at the Dolphins Arena. And why not? After trailing by 10, their squad is now up by 1. It's an 11-0 blast. 2G from the outside. That rims out. Scott with the board. And they're off and running, looking to try to increase this lead even more. Ill-advised pass that time from Nakahigashi. Williams apologizes as well. It's going to stop the action here. And Scott Etherton is not happy. Let's see that in the replay. Well, he got Scott Etherton up in the air. And that's going to be number 4 in Scott. And he is back to the bench. Well, he bit on that pump fake. There was really not that much contact. But when you leave your feet, the referees almost always will call the foul on you. Cody Clark back in. He's got to carry the fight here for his squad. At least till about the 7-minute mark. Split on the line. If he makes it here, we're going to be tied. We are tied at 57. This is our 11th deadlock. We've had a real tight affair here. Inside, Williams with the easy lay-in. And he's asking for a foul. None's going to be given. But it's a 2-point lead enjoyed by Nagoya here. Tsuji will go to the wing. Isaiah Murphy has checked back in for his squad. He hit a 3 earlier. Blackshear to the wing. Rio had all day for that one. Will misfire. Here's Williams. Williams to the wing. Clark. Clark inside. Yes! It's now a 4-point lead. This is the biggest lead in the contest for the Diamond Dolphins at 61-57. That's not the biggest of leads, but right now, obviously, a huge luxury. Open 3, Murphy, short. Higashi will pick that one up at the right place at the right time. Clark doesn't want to force it. They go to Nakahigashi. Little seal there. Getting away is Nakahigashi. Wow, Williams just carved out space. And it's now a 6-point advantage at 63-57. Murphy will bring it closer. That's not a good pass. Clark taking his time. They're trying to preserve as much energy as they possibly can. They only have 2 players that they're using coming off the bench. Nice tie up there by Blackshear. And possession arrow says we're going the way of the boys in white. Seiya checking in. Did quite well with the limited minutes that he was given in the first half. Under 3 minutes to be played. Coming in as well is Toshiki Kamisawa. Together with Nick Mayo. With Mayo and Blackshear. They have lifted Kai Soto. He was having trouble really guarding Williams. Making his move. Kamisawa kicks it out. Extra pass. That's not gonna work there. Tsuji has really misfired today. Nakahigashi. An offensive foul is going to be called here on Williams. That's going to be number 3. That's a critical call. He's asking if they can review it. Let's watch it here. There's the early seal, but at the same time, he was hooking. Easy call there for the referees. Sean Dennis doesn't like the call, but obviously he didn't see that hook from where he was standing. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Stepping on the sideline is the veteran. That's Shogo Asayama. That's a rookie mistake. Oh, clearly on the line. Open 3, Clark. Extreme patience being shown here. Williams with a wild shot that time. Blackshear in the open court. Funyu to the open. Kamisawa, no. Offensive board. Kamisawa says, let's set things up. Blackshear will not challenge. Now he will. Quick spin. And he's getting another 2 points. Blackshear with a total of 6 points, 6 boards, and 1 assist. More importantly, that's going to cut the lead down to just 4. Suda to Williams. Now to Cody. Release pass. Nakahigashi early seal. And a foul might be called there. It could be on Funyu. Funyu with the early double. Well, they might call the foul on Blackshear then. Nevertheless, it's 2 free throws coming up here for Alan Williams. He's going to make the first. That will be on Blackshear, his third. So one of the world imports here for Hiroshima in foul trouble. Kai Soto with 2 fouls. I'm curious to see when they bring in Kai Soto, because he's really just been manhandled defensively here by Alan Williams. Funyu on the outside. They're still trailing. Mayo finds Blackshear. Blackshear to the outside. Shot clock is at 4. They're going to have to force this one up. Funyu from downtown. And was he fouled? Yes, he was. By Suda. That's a poor foul. It is a hurried shot. Watch it here. Well, there was contact with the arm. When you see a player taking a hurried shot, you just let him take it. Suda there, still pleading his case, but he might have to go to a higher court, because they're not going to reverse the call here. Are we going to have a coach's challenge? Because it looked like there was contact on the arm, albeit very, very minimal. Or they could be looking at if the foul came before the shot clock expired. No, they're just looking at the clock, and they're going to add a few seconds on. So 39.8 remaining. Sean Dennis taking advantage of the lull here to gather his squad. And his squad is being called back into action, and he's saying, why? We have 3 free throws coming up anyway. He's got a point. So 2 free throws here for Seiya Funyu. 3 free throws. Promptly makes the first. Funyu now with 3 points and 1 assist. He's been on the floor for just about a little over 5 minutes total. Second goes down. Here comes the third. Now we've got the jumpers. 39.8 seconds remaining here, and both teams already in the penalty. Trying to cut this lead in half. And he does. From 6, it is now 3. But remember, before this minor uprising put together by the Diamond Dolphins, they were down by 10. They were down 51-43 at the halftime break. So a huge third quarter here for the boys in red. Clark from 16 feet nails that one. Lead is back up to 5. Final shot here for the third, coming from the Dragonflies. Blackshear will try to challenge, kicks it out. Missed 3 there. Good opportunity for Rio Sadohara. We have not seen too much of Sadohara today. That was his first entry. That was his first shot. 3 quarters done here at the Dolphins Arena. And it's a 5-point lead enjoyed by Nagoya at 67-62. Fourth and final quarter is underway. The Dolphins enjoying a 5-point lead despite the fact that they're only playing 7 individuals. And Cody Clark will score here, extending that lead here to 7. This is now the biggest lead in the ball game at 69-62. What a gallant stand put together here by the Dolphins. No Ray Parks. And a lot of their starters are also out. In fact, a lot of their key additions are also not available. But after trailing by 10 at one stage, they've made a huge stand and they are up by 7. Blackshear will miss fire there. Clark with the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Sadohara. First foul on Sadohara. Sadohara sees a lot of minutes, usually, but not today. Now to Chuji. We talked about him having a real tough day. He's only shooting 20% from 3, 1 out of 5. And right now, he's not even on the floor for Coach Kyle Milling. Where did they get points? if their best three-point shooter is not on target. Nakatsuka is back in the ball game. Puts up a three. Misfiring. That's what I've never agreed with. As Nakatsuka will come up with an early foul here and carry Blackshear. Nakatsuka hit 3 threes in the first half. And then, he has hardly played. Actually, he hit those 3 threes in the first quarter. He hardly played in the second, didn't play at all in the third, and now you insert him here in the fourth. That's the difference in coaching philosophy. Some coaches will stick with their regular rotation. Other coaches will coach on feel. Quick foul going to be called there on Nakatsuka. Seeing it there from that angle, they were just trying to see if it was a regular foul or an unsportsmanlike foul. Looks like just a regular foul. Yes, it is. But you give him the opportunity to come back in the second quarter, at least in the third quarter. But you can see that three-pointer that he had, way off. Only averaging 1.5 points per ball game here this season. He already has 9 points in the first quarter. And then you keep him on the bench. Seiya Funyu. To the wing, Sadohara back to Seiya. Seiya looking for space. Kerry Blackshear, Sadohara with a floater. That's put through there by Nick Mayo. No rebounders at all there from the boys in red that time. They were nailed to the floor. Going inside, Clark. And in fact, he'll finish there with the left. Lead is back up to 7. Can they hold on till the very end? Clark now in double digits with 10. Kai Soto has been reinserted into the lineup. He needs to assert his size. There he is losing it. He was nudged a little bit by Cody Clark, but that shouldn't be enough for him to lose the basketball. Here it is once again. That's what the scouts have been saying. He needs to be able to know how to absorb contact and finish strong. Well, obviously, Cody Clark and the rest of Nagoya read the scouting report. Suda from the outside, a little bit too strong. Tip is going to go back to the boys in red. Williams says, let's take our time. Clark launches a three and hits. It is now a 10-point advantage for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins with only 7 players used here by Coach Sean Dennis. What a turnaround here. And this is going to be a shocking result if it holds. Misfiring there is Kerry. They go back to Clark. Clark will attack. He'll go to the wing. Open three is not going to work. He had Williams inside for the easy layup, opting to go for 3. Funyu will not challenge. Kerry will try to. And that's going to be a foul here in Williams. That's going to be number 3, and that will put him in real foul trouble. Let's see when Scott Etherton comes back in. Oh, they're going to say the swipe was on Cody Clark. Here comes Naoto Chuji. We talked about his struggles here today. Williams with 3 fouls. And Cody Clark now with 3 fouls. Well, the big question I think here for Nagoya, number 1, can they hold on to this lead? And can they finish with none of their world imports fouling out? That's going to cut the lead down to 8. And a timeout will be called here. Coach Sean Dennis wants to map out the final 7 minutes and 10 seconds. How long can the squad of Sean Dennis hold up? We'll find out. Coach Kyle Milling sending in a lot of his bigger guns now. They've got to make their push here in the final 7 minutes. They've got to make their push in the next 2. Higashi has been playing point all throughout because there is no Takumi Saito, no Tatsuya Ito. Here's Clark. Tries to finish, and a foul will be called there, Nick Mayo. Watch that move. He got the step on Nick. Two free throws coming up here for Cody. Already with 10 points. Trying to establish another 10-point advantage for his squad. It's not going to drop the first. Scott Etherton now is back in the ball game. So they're giving Williams a little breather. Scott Etherton, remember, has got 4 personal fouls, so he's playing on borrowed time. Clark's going to make the next. Let's see just how aggressive Etherton will be defensively. And at the same time, are the Dragonflies going to try to attack his defense? Kai Soto should try to challenge Etherton. On the outside, Kerry Blackshear will hit. That's going to cut the lead down to 7. Make that 6. That was a 3. Almost a turnover there. Clark able to recover. Clark trying to finish, gets denied there by Kai Soto. That's where Soto can really take advantage of his height. With the block there on Clark. But there, Soto might be called for a personal foul. Here was that block. That was clean. And there he gets called for a foul on Scott Etherton. He's claiming ball. There was a little bit of arm. Also, coaches teach players not to save it when you're in the opposing team's basket. If that went out, they would have been able to set up their defense. In the end, Scott Etherton now will be on the line for 2, makes the first. Etherton's going to make both. 10 points now for Scott. How long can he stay on the floor? Kerry just hit a 3. They're trying to look for him once again. Nice seal there by Kai. Kai will misfire. That was essentially under the basket for him. 2G from the outside. Now he's finding his range. He's 2 out of 6. He's got 2 threes, which means he's got 6 points. And that's going to cut the lead back down to 5. Nakaigashi almost lost it. Here's Williams. So it's Williams inside. Gets his miss. Still nothing there in the putback. Approaching the halfway mark here in the final quarter. Mayo will attack. And why not? He was challenging Scott that time. Blackshear to the wing. Tsuji. Kerry hits another three. Almost from the same spot. 3 threes have gotten Hiroshima right back in this one. And they're just down by 2. Almost a steal there by Rio. Scott for 3. Short. Mayo with the rebound. Chance to tie things up or take the lead here are the Dragonflies with a 3. Blackshear, extra pass, Kai Soto. This time he finishes in traffic and we are tied at 77. What a battle we're going to have. Don't go away for this final 4 minutes and 32 right after this break. We've got an exciting finish here this Wednesday evening. 2 teams trying to make a push for the playoffs. Very important game for both these squads if they want to have action in the postseason play. Scott Etherton takes it strong, gets denied by Kai Soto twice. 2 big blocks there by Kai. Mayo, will they try to look for Kai inside? Yes, they will. Almost bobbled it. Blackshear inside, finds Kai. They give it out. Mayo for 3. Bang! And it's a 3-point advantage for Hiroshima. After being down by 10, they are now up by 3. Suda looking for space. Finds Williams. That might be a charge. It is. Gary Blackshear holding his ground. Look at that hit. Absorbing it right in the middle of the chest. That's going to be foul number 4 as well on Williams. So 4 fouls for Williams, 4 fouls for Scott Etherton, and 3 fouls for Cody Clark, who's still on the bench. Again, if you're just joining us here for the final 3.5 minutes, no Ray Parks. A lot of the stars are not playing here for Nagoya. They're all in the injured list. So only 8 players listed and only 7 players used here by Coach Sean Dennis. He has yet to use Yuto Imanishi, the 16-year-old. So that 7-man rotation has kept Hiroshima at bay. But Hiroshima now with a 3-point lead. Carry to the wing. Tsuji will not force the issue. A lot of time still on the shot clock. Now they got to make their move though. The pass goes to Suda. Blackshear there with a foul. Are they going to review this one? It looked like he was going for the ball though. This should be a quick review. Should be just a regular foul. He did make a swipe at the ball. Of course, Suda protected that ball so well, moved it away from the incoming arm. That's why it made it look like that foul was a little bit harsher than it actually is. That it actually was. 3:11 remaining in this contest. And they're still reviewing. And here's the decision. Ooh, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. That's huge. That's going to mean 2 free throws and ball possession. Not to mention the fact that that's going to be the 4th personal foul on Kerry Blackshear. Blackshear so far has got 14 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists. Trying to get confirmation there, but you can see that he was making a stab at the ball. Suda just protected it with his basket. But again, a little acting there from Suda. Worked out, but the first free throw will not drop. And Kerry Blackshear is looking at the referee saying, "Ball don't lie." He's got one more free throw though. As Nagoya is down by 3. Now just down by 2. They could tie things up here. As they've got possession. Hiroshima now in the penalty. Where do they go? It's Clark and Williams now. Ethan's on the bench. Clark will get that to drop. That'll count. He hit that just in the nick of time. Inside, Kai Soto finishes. Soto now with 8 points. He also has 4 boards and 2 assists. Not to mention a whole lot of blocks. At least 4. Attacking inside. That's another good stop there by Kai. Williams to the wing. Suda for 3. Bang! And it's now a 1-point advantage for Nagoya. Possession though with the boys in white. Tsuji answers right back. We got a shootout at the OK Corral here. And we have Tsuji finding his range at the most important time. Clark will kick it out. Sakamoto will give it up. Nakahigashi will go inside to his import. So many attempts. Williams sticking with it. Kai Soto did his very best to stop that from dropping. But in the end, we are tied at 85. It's our 13th deadlock. Kai inside. Doesn't finish strong. And a chance here for the Diamond Dolphins to take the lead. Sakamoto will wait for the rest of the troops. They're looking for Cody. Almost a travel there. Clark gets it back. Shot clock's down to 7. Clark for 3. Bang! And a timeout will have to be called by Hiroshima as they find themselves down 88 to 85. What a shot there from Cody Clark. That man is definitely going to be marked the best three-point shooter for the Dragonflies. Though they don't have to take the three, there's a lot of time still remaining in this ball game. 1:07 to be exact. HIROSHIMA can hit it from the outside as well, but he's more of a creator. He is their starting point guard. Here we go. Let's see what play Coach Kyle Milling drew up. Mayo will go inside to Kai. Now Kerry Blackshear. Shot clock's now at 10. They go to Blackshear. He's doubled. Kai's inside. They're not looking for him. Mayo with a floater. Yes! That's going to cut the lead down to just a single point. Cody Clark, expect him to handle this ball all the way. Try to create for his squad. They need to score. Two-man game there with Williams. They go inside. Williams up against Mayo. That's a nice switch. There's a nice block there by Kai. Difference of about 2 seconds from the game clock and the shot clock. Quickly they go to Kai. Kai won't take it. Blackshear. Blackshear inside. Forces the issue. He's got 2 free throws coming. 14 seconds remaining in this contest. And that's going to be the 4th personal foul on Cody Clark. Watch it once again. Clark was actually trying to make the foul there. Take it. Because they had a foul to give. Now both teams are in the penalty. 2 crucial free throws for Kerry Blackshear. Little bit too strong in the first. Can he tie up this ball game? He needs to make this free throw. If he does, expect a timeout from Coach Sean Dennis. And look at the crowd here at the Dolphins Arena. Trying to see what they can do to force this second miss. Blackshear is going to drop that second one. And a timeout will be called here by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins for the final 14.3 seconds. Another timeout's going to be called here. As the coaches want to discuss things a little bit more, we'll be back. 14.3 seconds remaining in this one. Both teams in the penalty. No fouls can be given. Suda gonna do the inbound and expect him to go to Cody Clark. Clark is their number one creator. He's looking at the basket, talking about Cody Clark. He doesn't come out to get it. They're gonna use clock. Now Clark comes out. He might have to be forced to take a jumper here. And does for the win! It drops! Cody Clark is gonna win it here at the buzzer. What a dramatic shot there from Cody Clark. I thought he'd go out to get it immediately, but no. They made him come out from the baseline, and he hit the biggest shot of the night. Talk about soft touch. They're gonna double check, but it's guaranteed. That definitely counts. He took it with more than a second to spare, and it stayed there in that ring for at least a second and a half. We're still waiting for the final score. There it is. That's confirmation. Nagoya 80. Hiroshima 88. Watch it once again. The marginal basket. It drops. And the resilient squad of the Diamond Dolphins will go on and taste victory. That's your final score, 90-88. The bench going wild. Not just the players available, but everybody else that was in right behind the bench. Well, the Dragonflies say thank you very much for the fans that came over, especially their fans. Nagoya was outscored here in the fourth. But still, they will have the W here this Wednesday evening. What an encounter that we just witnessed. What a dramatic victory. At one stage, Hiroshima led by 10. That was in the third quarter. And then in the middle part of the fourth, it was a 10-point lead for Nagoya. And then it was a seesaw affair, and winning it by 2 eventually were the Diamond Dolphins, after trailing by 3 heading into the final 2 minutes. What a ball game. Cody Clark, one of the many heroes. Only 7 players utilized here by Coach Sean Dennis. Let's watch it once again. He comes out late. That's a good challenge there from Evans. Evans was all over that shot. Just better offense that time. From another angle. Carved out just enough space. And that'll drop. We're going to hear from Coach Sean Dennis in a while, and definitely we need to hear from Cody Clark. Oh, putting on his jersey there was Takumi Saito. Though he's in civilian clothes, they can't use him. There's Maurice Endur. And now let's hear from Coach Sean Dennis. Everybody clapping, everybody smiling, everybody happy here at the Dolphins Arena. And she's in tears.
皆さんこんばんは。Well, Nagoya, what more can you say about these guys? They are just so incredible.
もうチーム全体本当に素晴らしい。言葉がないです。
I don't know who votes for the MVP, but in my mind, the MVP tonight is the 7 guys who hit the floor, who all just gave an outstanding effort.
今日の MVP 誰になるか分かりませんが、自分の考えとしては試合に出た7人全員が MVP です。
You know, to come out and give that performance against a high-quality team like Hiroshima just makes a coach so proud and so happy to be part of such an amazing group.
広島みたいな強いチーム相手に今日みたいな結果を残して今日みたいな試合をやってくれたのは本当にコーチとして誇り高いです。
And also, just as importantly, thank you to you guys. Your noise and your energy in this gym tonight at the end was exactly what we needed to carry us over. ありがとうございます。
最後には本当に皆様、ファンの皆様の声、エナジーが感じましたので、そこも本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。ショーン・テリスヘッドコーチでした。本日オンファイア賞を獲得した中東選手には鍋八のさん様から失礼しました。
Well, first, let's hear from Taito Nakahigashi.
皆様に一言お願いします。
いやもう本当勝ててよかったです。応援ありがとうございました。
このドルファミの皆さんの声援は届いてましたか？
はい、もちろん届いてました。もうすごく力になるのでこれからもいっぱい応援してください。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。そしてね、本日投票してくれたドルファミの皆さんもいらっしゃいます。一言お願いいたします。
はい、またこうしてオンファイア賞取れてすごく嬉しいです。またぜひ投票お願いします。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。本日オンファイア賞を獲得した中東選手には鍋八のさん様から愛知の香りが贈られます。それでは記念撮影を行います。改めて中東選手おめでとうございます。
Nakahigashi would finish with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists in a starting point guard role.
それでは
You see there, Hariyama in the back, put on his jersey, but he's also in civilian clothes, together there with Takumi Saito. They were not available for today's ball game. Nakahigashi just said, I'm glad we won. Thank you everybody for your support. And please continue to support us.
そうです。お二人です。さあ本日ですね、コーティ選手は
What are they doing now?
本当に
It looks like it's going to be Cody Clark
攻撃、そしてアラン選手
and also Williams.
リバウンド
Williams had tremendous numbers.
オフェンスリバウンド、
Williams
ディフェンスリバウンドとも
with
にですね
22 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists. Cody Clark, 21 points, 7 boards, and 4 dimes.
コーティ選手、お疲れ様でした。
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
2 co-MVPs, I guess.
ありがとうございます。
Let's hear from them.
本当にタフな試合でしたけども、今日戦ってみていかがでしたか？
Feel good to come out here and get a win in front of the home crowd, man, with this team and this unit.
このチームでホームで皆様の前で勝てたのは本当に嬉しいです。
このね、ドルファミの皆さんの声援もめちゃめちゃ届いてたと思います。さあ本日得点21点、1得点ということで、 本当にね、多くのね、得点を入れましたけども、今日自分自身で心がけていたこととかございますか？本日得点21得点ありました。本日の試合、臨む意気込みはどうだったんでしょうか？
Just pulling this win out. We needed this one. So whatever we had to do, we did that.
まあ勝つのが大事だったので必要なことを何でもやろうと思ってました。
もうそのプレーをですね、皆さん本当にね、間近に感じて、本当にね、熱い熱いね、応援もありがとうございました。さあ、もう一方、アラン選手。アラン選手、このドルファミの皆さん、そしてこのドルアリの空気はいかがですか？
Amazing. Wow. 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 But to go through a game like that with ups and downs, we needed your energy and you gave it to us. And that's why we were able to get this win today.
今日みたいな本当に波のある試合でファンの皆様のエナジーが本当に必要でした。で、それがあったから勝てたと思ってます。
本当にね、皆さんのエナジーが選手たちもしっかり伝わりました。アラン選手は本日22得点ということで大活躍、そしてね、リバウンドでも大活躍でした。本日試合振り返ってみていかがでしたか？
It took a lot of fight. All of us, this group is special. We believe in each other and we play for each other and we play for you. So thank you so much for showing up today.
本当に素晴らしいですけど、チームのため、お互いのため、信頼し合ってプレーしているチームなので、また皆様のためにもプレーしてますので、ここからも頑張ります。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。最後はお二人揃って一言いただけますか？ドルファミの皆様に二人揃って何かお言葉いただけますか？
Please keep showing up. Please keep being loud. We promise to give you everything that we have every time we step on the floor and represent you guys.
まあ皆様の前でプレーする機会が本当にもう一回。
I didn't say that. I said, please keep showing up. Please keep showing out.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to play hard for you guys. We need your support.
皆様のためにハードにここからも、頑張ってやりますので、皆様のサポートを今後もよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。改めましてコンティ選手、そしてアラン選手、本日の MVP でございました。
Dipties.
Thank you very much. それでは本日のコーティ
What a victory here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Needing a victory to be able to stay in step with the leaders. Needing a victory to come closer to the Dragonflies, who are 2 games ahead of them in the standings. Entering this game, Hiroshima at 31-11. Nagoya at 29-13. So now Nagoya is 30 victories against 13 defeats. Hiroshima will drop to 31-12. Talk about hanging tough. That first quarter belonged to that gentleman right there. Toshihiro Nakatsuka hit 3 threes to finish with 9 points. And all of those 9 points in the first period. Coach Sean Dennis really made a good point when he said, if you're choosing an MVP, you've got to choose all 7 players. I only used 7, and all of them contributed up against a full squad of the Dragonflies. First quarter ended in favor of Nagoya, 27-26. And then Hiroshima made their move here in the second period. As they would end at the halftime break, it was a 8-point lead at 51-43. They were running. That's what they needed to do. Tire out the 7 players used here by Coach Sean Dennis. But they had so much more left in the tank. Tsuji starting to find his mark. But so did Suda. Tsuji would finish with 11 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. Evans with a miss there. Off and running. Stopping, popping, and hitting another 3 was Suda. The 30-year-old showing everybody that he's got still a bright future ahead of him. Clark, huge rebound there. And after 3 quarters, it is a 5-point lead for Nagoya at 67-62. The fourth quarter, 26-23 in favor of Hiroshima. But the problem was, they entered the quarter down by 5. Blackshear would hit back-to-back threes from almost the same spot. This is where Tsuji started to heat up. Well, the Stars come to play in the fourth. Blackshear trying to get it to Kai Soto. Eventually it ends up with Mayo, and Mayo will drop that 3. Suda once again from the outside. Suda would finish with 12 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists. There's Mayo with a strong finish. Kai Soto was a real thorn defensively. He would finish with 4 blocks. And here was a crucial miss from the free throw line. First free throw missed, second went down, and we were tied, which set up this winning basket from Cody Clark, which would drop, and that will give the victory here to the Diamond Dolphins this Wednesday night. Cody Clark was saying, we cannot go an extra 5 minutes. Williams had 4 fouls. Etherton had 4 fouls. He had 3. As we now break down the numbers, very close affair. 64% shooting from 2 as compared to 56 for the Diamond Dolphins. But at the end, they shot more, they made more. Dragonflies had 9 more free throws, but still were not able to stem the tide in terms of turnovers. 12 for Nagoya, 11 for the Dragonflies. Points in the paint, plus 14 there for the squad of Nagoya. And look at the bench scoring, 30 as compared to 32. So just plus 2 for the Dragonflies, who had a full complement of players. On the other side, they just had 2 coming off the bench. They had 3 available, but only 2 were utilized by Sean Dennis. Now let's take a look at the individual figures. Williams would finish with 22 points. Clark with 21 and 12 for Suda. 19 points for Nick Mayo, 15 for Kerry Blackshear, and 14 for Dwayne Evans II. Look at that head-to-head matchup between these two, and it's fairly even. Suda on the left, Tsuji on the right. Rebounding numbers. Williams with 14, Etherton with 8, and 7 for Clark. For the Dragonflies, 10 for Blackshear, 9 for Mayo, and 4 for Evans. These are the numbers we mentioned a while ago. These are the points scored. So leading all scorers there was Alan Williams. Assist numbers: 5 for Suda, 5 for Nakahigashi, and 4 for Clark. On the other side, Nick Mayo with 8 dimes, 5 for Kerry Blackshear, and 4 for Ryo Terashima. Look at more numbers. Rebounding wise, 38 rebounds for Nagoya as compared to just 31 for the Dragonflies. But in the assist department, it was plus 9, 29-20 in favor of Hiroshima. These are the rebounding numbers. So leading all rebounders was Williams once again. Leading scorer for both squads and leading rebounder. Look at the block shots. 5 blocks for the Dragonflies. 4 of them coming from Kai Soto. And 2 blocks coming from the Dolphins. Steals: 7 for Hiroshima, 5 for Nagoya. The Diamond Dolphins hanging tough, and they pick up the victory here, winning 90-88. That's going to do it here for our coverage. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Till next time, take care. Have a good night ahead. God bless.